you guys probably don't have a definite sense now, but how bad do you think the Steph ankle roll was, and did you get a sense post game how bad he maybe thought it was?
I don't really have a feel for it. You know, we were asking him. I was asking him constantly out there if he was okay, and he said, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." And I told him a couple times, you know, don't be a hero if you're hurt. You've been through this before, and he said, "No, I'm okay." So my sense is that it's a tweak that was painful, but that he's going to be all right. He's in there now getting treatment. Juan is getting stitches in his head. He had a pretty good laceration, banged his head really hard. It was a really scary moment, but the Celtics team doctor is giving him stitches. He's doing well. He's alert, and he's fine. But you know, for sure there will be a check on all of his symptoms and concussion protocol, all that stuff to determine exactly how bad it was.
Coach, obviously it was a long, hard-fought game, but down the stretch, if you had to kind of pinpoint the game on what decided the game, what would you say that was in that final quarter?
Well, first of all, I'm in awe of what I watched tonight from a skill level and level of competition. Felt like a playoff game out there. Both teams were just gassed and competed like crazy, and just incredible shot making, particularly from Steph and Jayson. So what a basketball game. It hurts to lose, but I told the team I feel like they got better tonight. They understood, the young guys especially got a lesson and now understand what a playoff game feels like and why everything matters. So if you ask me what the difference in the game, I think it's because I think they got 14 more field goal attempts than we did, and that was a combination of their offensive boards and our turnovers. So that's the difference in the game, but I'm not going to harp on that. I'm just going to tell you how proud I am of my team and how in awe I was of watching that game.
Steve, specific to Steph, how do you think he's been able to continue to raise the level that he's already been playing at during this stretch?
Nick, he's just Steph Curry, So it's not just the skill level; it's the confidence, it's the bravado, it's the willingness to fail and not think twice about it. He goes for it every time, every play, competes, not afraid of failure, and trusts his skill because he's worked his whole life for this, and he's just at the peak of his powers.
What did you think specifically of the Juan play that he got hurt on? It saved a possession, got you guys a 3.
That's a competitor. That's a competitor. Juan is a guy. You want that guy on your team. That's all.
Hey, Coach William Hammond, Sports Fan Trap. What do you say to the team after a tough game like this, and then as you're approaching the final stretch and pushing into the playoff?
I told them how proud I was of them, of the level of competition and the battle. It was phenomenal to watch. But it was also a good reminder that, everything matters. You got to take care of all the details. You got to box out every time. You got to not reach, when somebody's going up for a tough shot, make them finish. And take care of the ball, all those little things, because a game like this, it just comes down to a possession or two. But like I said, if you give up 14 more field goal attempts to your opponent and same number of free throws, so they had 14 more shots. I mean, it's as if we started the game and let them take 14 shots, and then we started keeping score from there. It's tough to win that way.
Steve, another game where your second unit kind of built a nice lead in the second quarter. What's been the key behind those guys being so successful the last few games?
A good mix, Monty. It's a good mix of veteran experience, defense, and some shot making. Jordan Poole's been a big help for us as a scorer in that group. Looney really takes care of us defensively and kind of quarterbacks the defense. And then Juan is into the ball, and it's either Damian Lee or Bays, or Damian Lee or Juan, and and those guys provide something different. Damian can really shoot it, and Juan is a fighter and a playmaker. So, been a really good group.
Steve,
Thanks,
James
everybody.
Hill with BNC Sports. The young guys are getting a lot of opportunity to learn and play and help the guys. Can you just talk a little bit about what you see from a coaching standpoint?
From the young guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, they're growing. These are the type of games that they need to play in. They need to feel. We go over stuff every day in practice, and we tell them why it's important and how important it is. But until you feel it, you don't understand the level of focus and intensity it takes to win an NBA game, a real NBA game. This is a real NBA game. So good lessons for guys, especially Juan and Jordan. It's because it's really their first time feeling that atmosphere. Great to have fans tonight too, by the way. Makes it a huge difference. I don't know how many people were there, but just the energy in the building was amazing, and I'm really thankful that fans are starting to come back into buildings. It makes the games that much better. Thanks, everybody.